I've done lots of things that Jupiter can't, mostly because Jupiter doesn't exist and can't do anything IRL. Well, makes us greater than gods, considering the gods can't do this. Well, also true. The archives, good place to hide a bomb. Now where the hell do we start looking?
I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually.
I've done lots of things that Jupiter can't. It's called smartphones.
We can talk while we look. Now get started.
I turned to the corner of the room and began to look.
I'll start with a conclusion I've come to. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time.
So we can time leap.
No, sorry. Through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds.
It's actually better. It's more appropriate.
Yes.
Worlds?
I don't mean physical planets in this case. Talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds.
What?
Do you know about the many worlds interpretation?
Well, kind of. I think I've heard it once or twice.
Oh, well, I'll just explain it.
Yay!
Let's say... I don't care what it is, but could you move? Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips. Anything?
I had no idea what this was supposed to explain, but I did it as she asked. I get to do things. Others. Cheer, blow a kiss, tap dance, moonwalk. Wait. Oh God! Wait. Moonwalk. Do a barrel roll. Moonwalk. Everybody's saying moonwalk. All right, we're gonna moonwalk. Slide.
Was that supposed to be moonwalking?
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
But you might want to try going backward next time, not forward.
I went forward. Were you even looking? I was going backward. Watch.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. Anyway, you just did the moonwalk, right?
Am I doing this right?
But you could have chosen to scratch your head or cross your arms. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another. The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now.
Once you see something, you can't unsee it.
Every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on into infinity. Each of those branches is an alternate world. A world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices? What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one?
That's a very good point.
What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her? What if? What if? But are those what ifs really just what ifs?
Or is it a universe in which you had actually done those things?
Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things? Anyway, that's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. I've simplified it a lot. Doesn't have to be human actions, though.
Where was the flip the bird option?
I just used
Not
your
here.
actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature.
What do you
All
even tell the
these
girl
can
you liked
change
her?
history.
Stop rubbing salt in my wounds, Spy. Stop it. I don't need to remember these days. I'll let microorganisms slide, but there's no way that air is conscious of anything.
Can you say for sure that you are?
What?
All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further,
This theory might
you could
explain
say all of your
Nagito's
actions
luck.
are the result of atoms or electrons or smaller
He
particles.
exists in a
we haven't
timeline
even
where
discovered
every
yet.
outcome ends in his favor. That's kind of terrifying when you think about it like that.
Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision at that level? How different are you from the air? I'd say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying? The only
Jesus.
thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter.
That's Haruhi levels of luck. I don't think Nagito's that good. Can you imagine if Haruhi Suzunomiya was... Haruhi was into this freaking game? Oh my god.
That's
That
where
just would
history
not end well.
happens.
A butterfly
That's
flapped its wing. That's a
where
butterfly
universes
effect.
branch out.
That's more than the many worlds theory. That's just a theory of
Hey, you
time
stopped.
travel in of itself, but it does lend itself to the many worlds theory as well. Because the butterfly effect is what would create all these different branching paths. That's what Steins Gate was like. Alternatively, Nagito just has the ability to make and reload save states. Isn't that just Kyrie and UQ holder? That's her freaking immortality power. Put in other words, multiverse theory's a bitch, Trunks. Haha. Nagito is Frisk confirmed.
Are you done with that shelf?
No, not
Well,
yet.
keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics? Never mind, don't answer that. I'll try and keep it simple for you.
Let's see.
Hey, hand me that box, will you?
Oh boy, this one? Oh, I remember you. Sure.
Also... Ah, there's a stuffed lion over there. Perfect. He's part of Felidae, too.
Lee, what now? With that, you grab the line and toss it unceremoniously into the box. Quantum physics? Well, I've watched every episode of Game Theory. Does that account for something? Something, maybe.
Alright.
So to get between these parallel universes, do we need to sync our actual speed with the de facto speed for 12 hours? What?
Everything's ready.
What? Something about a cat in a box.
Remember that book in the crew quarters
Schrodinger's
about
cat?
Schrodinger's
Yep.
cat? It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box.
What about looking for the...
This'll only take a minute. Now look.
I shrugged and peered into the box.
What do you see?
Stuffed
From
lion?
now on, that's a cat. A living cat. This is important. Got it?
Okay, it's a cat. Meow.
Oh, man. This again?
Steven Stone's Skitty. He's part of Felidae too. Just say cats, like normal people. Sorry, I can't help it.
I find that hard to believe. Ugh, fine.
He has a Skitty! Skitty.
Skitty!
What is Fi doing? Meow. My cat puns return! I've got a whole encyclopedia of this shit. Oh no.
Maybe I can just ignore it.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
All right, what else do you see?
Oh, wait. It's not even a pond and a jar of ink.
Right. Now the weight is going to be radioactive material, and the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
What? I'm getting out of here!
Idiot. It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas. So, what's the weight?
Radioactive material.
And the jar of ink?
It's full of poison gas.
Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing
Thanks
you
for
need
the
to know
labels
about
game.
the jar. If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid. And pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box. Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar?
It breaks, gas fills the box, the cat inhales it, and death will whisk her away.
And what if the jar doesn't break?
Oh god, I'm saying these puns like it's nothing. The cat lives to tell the tale.
Haha.
Oh my god.
And what are the chances of either of
This
those
is what's
things happening?
written!
I can't take it anymore.
I'm not doing it!
Yes, you are.
About 50%.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead?
I will tickle you if you don't stop.
Sigma, please. An hour's passed. Is the cat alive or dead? Considering the box looks airtight, it's probably dead. Oh. I can't possibly know.
Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead?
So where does human cognition come into this? So are you enjoying your lesson with cat puns? I guess it doesn't matter what I pick. The world's a harsh place for a cat. I have a feline, the poor kitty's dead.
Nope, you're wrong.
It's alive?
That's wrong too.
Then what's the right answer?
The answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive.
Are you kidding it? Meow, Sigma? Sigmia? What? How does that make any sense?
It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist.
Fair enough.
But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth. That's what's happening with the alpha particles. Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how
With
the
all
cat's
these
life
puns.
or death situation has resolved itself until
So
we
it's
look
possible
at
until
it.
proven impossible. Got it, I think. With all these puns, the cat is dead inside the box. Case of Schrodinger's cat. Which class trial has done this before? Yeah, seriously. The answer is to say where it's neither dead nor alive. So it's a zombie. It's a zombie? Where's Majima? Yakuza Dead Souls, this shit.
Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. Do you get it?
Nani?
If the cat in the box is possibilities.
And it's both alive and dead.
Right. So, let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow.
Meow. Now don't you start doing it.
What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrodinger's cat.
All dead, dead, alias, Alice dead. Alice!
The many
know it's a
worlds
stuffed animal.
interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness.
So there's another world out there where this cat died?
Yeah, that's the idea. Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up.
You did a cat pun. Now cat puns are uncool. Your story was pretty insane.
Insane?
You don't think so? Just the idea of something being alive and dead at the same time. And if the moment the lid is open determines whether or not the cat's dead, then it's almost like events in the future can determine the past. I mean, the cat doesn't die when you open the lid, so it must have already been dead.
Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you?
What on earth are you talking about?
Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game? When you chose Betray, what was my vote?
Ally.
But what happened this time?
It switched. I chose Ally and you chose Betray.
Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button?
Right before the deadline.
I see. Well, that makes this a little easier to explain. If you chose Betray, then my vote was Ally. If you chose Ally, then my vote was Betray.
But it's a stuff. I know it's a stuffed animal.
But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange? You do see what I'm saying, don't you?
That my choice in the future altered your action in the past.
Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it.
So this game is rigged. Pretty much. Now that I thought about it, round 1 had been the same. With Alice, yes it has. When I chose to Betray, she'd done the opposite.
Look at this die. I found it over there. Let me give you one last example.
As she spoke, she tossed the die into the box and quickly shut the lid.
All right. Answer this question. What number is the die on?
I get to pick, huh? 4.
Okay. I'm going to open the lid.
Oh,
Good
shit!
job. You got it right.
7. That was just a fluke.
Was it?
Huh?
Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on?
4, of course.
Haven't you been paying attention? The die is still a collection of atoms, isn't it? I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter.
Wait, so you're saying that before you opened the lid, the die was on all the numbers?
Uh-huh. That's one way to look at it, at least.
And then when you opened the lid, it was just one number?
Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was.
But that's ridiculous. Wait, what do you mean?
Your choice in the future has an effect on the past.
But there's no way that could have any bearing on reality and actual this is why I hate quantum physics. Oh my god. You always get it right. Aim before it landed into the corner, causing one of the edges or even a corner to face upward. I fucking hate quantum physics.
Anyway,
oh my god.
That's all I wanted to say. We got a little off topic there, but I think I made
You
my
always
point.
get it right.
Reality separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility.
You've already seen it in the AB game. I don't care! It doesn't make sense!
You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch.
You have any water left over? Excellent. Agua.
Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds.
Disappear. No disappear. Not today, probably. Whoa, I think I get it now. That's how you knew my name, right? You jumped in from another world. That's how you knew all those other things you shouldn't have known.
Yeah, that's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump. Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works. But whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited.
What are you doing? You turn that Siri off right now. Quantum physics, oi. What if a gamer starts melting if you say quantum physics, quantum physics, quantum physics? No, I won't melt.
And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up.
That's why when someone asks us how we know X, all we can think of is to say is, I just knew.
Yeah.
Interesting. So what's causing this then? I don't remember ever doing this before, so why would it start now?
If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble.
Irony, the Schrodinger's cat was actually meant as a criticism of certain quantum physics.
It's just,
Just what?
well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that
Quantum
Schrodinger's
physics,
cat
but it has
book in
no
the
problem with
quarters?
ripping a hole in the fabric of space-time itself. Woo. I'm hypocritical like that. You're a kitten, are you? Maybe this is some sort of huge Schrodinger's cat experiment. And all 9 of us are locked up inside a box right now.
What
Wait.
if you've got it backwards?
Wait, what? What do you mean, what if I got it backwards? Backwards?
We're outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside.
Oh, shit. So if the rest of the world is inside the box, we don't know what's going on inside the world. The world could be anything. We walk out of here. Oh, no. Is that what's going on here? And the moment we step out of this place.
Yeah, we might be determining the history of the world outside.
No way. Since the situation is actually ridiculous. I had 1,000 other questions, but before I could open my mouth to ask them. Oh.
Oh, good.
Oops.
There you are.
Hey, Clover. What's
Did
up?
something happen?
Yes. We found it.
You found the bomb.
What do you mean, what? What else could we find? The bomb! The other antimatter bomb. The number 2 bomb is in the control room.
The control room? I guess that's because Dio couldn't go into the lab this time around. Is this it?
Yeah.
This is one of them, all right.
And it's number 2, apparently. Well, at least we found them all now.
No. There could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
This is also true for Danganronpa B3. Did you tell anyone else about this, Clover?
Well, not really. But, I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna. After they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us.
Who was in the infirmary?
Everyone. Tenmyoji and Dio were there. So were Alice and Quark, of course. Although they were still asleep.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah.
There's nobody else here, though. Where'd they all go?
Right after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were going to go look for you two.
What about Alice and Quark?
They're the same. Still sleeping. We checked them out just to be sure, but they seemed fine.
That's good. Vi and I looked at one another and let out a small sigh of relief.
Oh, right. I checked everybody's bracelets when we were in the infirmary. Did you want to know what they were?
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, we need to know this. So who's with us? Quark was a blue solo. Dio's a yellow pair. So Tenmyoji's with us. What are our options
The
for
next
groups?
set of doors to open are going to be the white doors.
So I have to go with Fi and Tenmyoji.
That means we'll have to mix our colors so that we get white.
If I laid out what that would mean. Option A. Fi and Tenmyoji would pair with me. Kay and Dio would pair with Quark. Clover and Luna would pair with Alice.
Huh? There's only one option?
Yeah. Any other combinations don't make white.
What about Alice and Quark? Luna said it's going to be a while until they wake up.
We'll just have to carry them. The secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we can't open them...
Yeah, we'll get penalized.
Exactly.
Don't worry about Alice. I'm on her team.
Are you saying you can carry her?
Yeah. Well, I can get Luna to help me.
True. I'm sure she'd be happy to help.
What about Quark?
He's on Kay's team.
Oh, Kay can carry him easily.
There shouldn't be...
So this is interesting. On this timeline, we found 3 of the 4 bombs and have the input device. This is the most bombs we found on a single timeline. And we have the input device. I'm beginning to think this is the pathway to the true end. Alice said we should be safe as long as it's not triggered with a remote.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever. I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried.
Wait, a couple 100 kilometers? What are you talking about? That bomb should only have about as much explosive power as a ton of TNT. Which is nothing to sniff at, but that's nowhere near the kind of yield you're talking about.
It could be. What if these bombs are just like the detonator?
Oh, you mean there might be a bunch more anti-hydrogen around here somewhere? Oh god! Yup, right over there! Oh Jesus, the generator. This shit is going to blow a fucking hole in the side of the planet.
The reactor.
Oh no!
Yeah. There is supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that's one of them, then there's a lot of anti-hydrogen.
How much is a lot?
3.5 kilograms.
3.5? That's like 10,000 times more than Alice's 350
If there
milligrams.
really is that much, and if it does explode,
Then we would be looking at an explosion roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
Fuck. No, that's insane. Oh, this shit ain't safe one
Wait,
bit.
Clover, how did you know that?
know what?
That stuff about antimatter reactors.
Well, that's, during my training,
Training for what?
my job?
Of course. I didn't realize waiters these days needed to memorize how many operational antimatter reactors there were worldwide. Or how much fuel each one of those reactors might be storing. You don't work at a cafe, do you?
Did you hear about that from Alice?
Yeah, hey, how much antimatter is in there? 350 kilos!
Oh. Well, she's right then.
And why are you using antimatter reactors at a cafe?
That's, what we call the
That's a
coffee
really big boom.
machines.
Jamie from Mythbusters approves. What? Are you fucking with me?
I'm telling you the truth. It just might, be a kind of fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
Then what's
What?
your real job?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you anything else.
Why not?
It's classified.
Classified by who?
The government?
The government?
That's right. Alice said it was her job to eliminate enemies of the state or something. So you two do work together.
Oh no! Check your bracelets. How much time do we have left?
Did we really spend 2 hours doing this?
How long until the doors open?
Oh no. Which government? That's a good question. I think it's America. I think it's the United States as far as I'm aware, just from what Alice was saying, but it's a very good question. I don't think they actually say what government.
Come on, quickly!
Oh, we still have... Oh, right, we were supposed to meet up. We were supposed to meet up 5 minutes ago.
I'm heading back then. Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary.
What's your real job? Seductive wink animation.
You guys hurry back, okay? Bye!
Yep, see ya, Clover. Thanks. Thanks for nothing. So long and thanks for all the fish. Alright, she's gone. Fine, she's right, you know. We need to get going.
Hold on. I need to check something really quick.
What? What are you checking? We smiling was part of my waiter training, though.
Oh, there you are. You're late. What were you doing?
Nothing.
When we arrived, everyone else was already back. Quark and Alice hadn't left, of course. Of course. They were both sleeping soundly.
Clover told us. You've seen the bomb in the control room.
Yeah, with our own eyes.
So what the hell should we do? That makes 3 bombs.
Well, we have to do something. They're bombs, for God's sake.
There's a quick and simple solution.
Really?
Remember what Alice said?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So, if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about.
Oh, well, as it just so happens, Dio.
Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Not a problem. We've resolved that issue.
Huh?
Show them.
I nodded and pulled it out of my pocket.
That was in the safe in the control room.
Exactly. We didn't have any idea what it was at first, but Phi figured it out. After Clover left, we tested it.
Turned out I was right. It fit perfectly.
Couldn't get it to do anything, though. We plugged in a couple of random characters, but all we got was an error.
Still, I'm sure this is the thing Alice was talking about.
This is the only pathline where we
Just
actually
didn't have the
go
right
into the control
password.
room. I believe so, as far as I'm aware. Nobody else has ever been in it in any other timeline.